Have you ever struggled to find a prospect's or a client's concerns or worries when you meet with them, maybe for the first time? I've got a different way to do it that leads to more thoughtful and honest answers from prospects or from clients. Because as you know, understanding their worries or their pain associated with finances, that's an important part of figuring out the solution that we're going to help them with, right? The one that they truly need. Often advisors think that they're solving for a prospect's number one problem, but in reality, they're far, far off. And that leads to the prospect or your client not feeling understood and therefore not connecting with you in a deeper way. And most likely not becoming a client anymore. So in this video, I want to give you one question to add to your lineup so that you can ask it in the first meeting. It's actually based off a mental model that I learned from Charlie Munger. And if you ask it, it gets prospects to think differently and use a part of their brain they usually don't use, and possibly get insight that they haven't even gotten before, thereby they recognize that you're different from other advisors. Now, if I haven't met you yet, I'm Dave and I own an advisory firm, Streamline with Tim, and we've been growing rapidly. So we created this channel to share what's working as we grow our business. And we also have a weekly email that we send out, just sharing some of the best practices and things we've been using. One of the strategies that's really been working for us, it has to do with attracting prospects to us, and that's content marketing. But a lot of the advisors that I talk to, they don't have time to do that, or they don't have the time to learn the skill of doing it. They don't know how. So if that's you, check out the AI Advisor Marketing course below. So back to the question to ask. It's based off that mental model of Charlie Munger's, or maybe it comes from somebody else, but I learned it from him. And it's called inversion thinking, which means instead of just thinking about how to succeed and the things that we're aiming for, the goals, the financial goals we're going for, or our clients are going for, you also consider some of the ways that they could fail. Doing this can help us focus on good goals and what we're striving for, but also help make a plan to first think about the problems that we're going to face or they're going to face, and then how to solve them. So in a way, you're looking at the goal from the other end, right? From the problems to the solution, not just the solution itself. And this is a powerful way to understand the real pain, the real problems or worries or concerns that they have. And I have a few reasons why this works, and then examples, some client discussions that I'll share in this video. But the question itself, now it'll have to be based on your niche. I'll share our niche, which is focused on retirement. So the question that we ask is, after we've figured out some of the goals and ask the regular questions of what we're aiming for and some of the dreams and things like that, then we'll ask, so what would a really bad retirement look like 1 year from now if they were going to retire in 6 months or something like that? So what would a bad retirement look like? This works because it really gets them thinking, and you can tell they haven't been asked this question before, and it leads to enhanced client insights, getting to those deeper concerns. And then you'll have an even better idea of what drives them, and then also what they want to avoid. And you learn what's really important. For example, if someone said a really bad retirement would be moving to a new state that they want to move to, and they move there, but then they end up hating the area, or maybe it's, they say a bad retirement would be moving and then not making any new social connections. Well, that's interesting. Maybe then as advisors, we might bring up, maybe you don't buy that new house right away in the new location. Maybe you stay flexible by renting for the first year instead of buying a new home. That way, if this fear comes to pass, or this problem of not fitting in or finding the connections, then you've got flexibility with what you want to do next. Another scenario is, imagine that you're in a meeting with a prospect and it's a planned delivery meeting. And you learned in the first meeting, they brought up a bad retirement would be just being sedentary, or just having declining health. That's what they fear in retirement. Well, what if you were reviewing the plan and then you said something like, you mentioned that a bad retirement would be declining health and being too sedentary, and not doing activities. So I put in this scenario, if you spent an extra $1,000 a month on a personal trainer the first year of retirement, just to see and get that right routine set for working out. We don't have to keep it in there, but it seemed like something that was important to you. That's pretty powerful. Maybe they won't keep it in the plan, but just the fact that you brought that up and listened to them, understood and applied it, that's really powerful. The other advisors aren't doing this because they're not asking this question, or they're not finding out these real drivers or fears of their clients. So if you like this video, give it a like, because that really means a lot to me. And then here's a question for you. Let me know in the comments, will you try this question or have you tried a version of this? I call it the anti-goals question. Let me know and then check out these videos to become a better advisor. Take care.